Parents, back to school is getting close, but have you checked everything off the list to make sure your child is actually prepared to go back into the classroom?
It's a great question. Ariana Meadows tells us what pediatricians want you to know about immunizations for all school-age kids. Take a look.
Kids are still enjoying the summer like being at the park, but pediatricians say parents need to pay attention to the deadline for back-to-school vaccinations. Paper, pencils, and 3-ring binders are all a part of the back-to-school list, but teachers may also ask for school supplies that help keep the classroom healthy.
They had to buy 2 big cans of Lysol spray. They had to buy wipes and hand sanitizer.
Susan Clark has young grandchildren starting school this year and says it's important to teach them good health habits.
These kids are young. They don't understand. Even when you're at the park, they're right in each other's faces, complete and total strangers. And Kavika's small kids are constantly picking them up all the time, and they're like breathing in each other's air from an inch away.
Dr. Megan Whitrick with AnMed Pediatrics says there are age-specific vaccinations for when a child starts kindergarten and 7th grade, and also when they turn 16.
You're going to need to be protected against pertussis, tetanus, measles, mumps, rubella, varicella, hepatitis A, hepatitis B, and polio to be able to start school this year.
Dr. Whitrick says the best way to know if your child is up to date on their immunizations is to ask your pediatrician and double check with your child's school to see if their forms are updated.
I would start by asking your school nurse, and if the school doesn't have a school nurse, you could talk with one of the administrators at the school.
And for parents who may be worried about certain vaccinations, Dr. Whitrick has some advice.
The parent needs to sit down and just have an open and honest conversation with their pediatricians about their fears and talk with their pediatricians about what would be best for their child and their situation.
When it comes to the final weeks of summer break, Clark's focus is on preparing her grandchildren as much as possible and being excited for a healthy and happy school year.
We've taught him to wash his hands, have his shots, be as prepared as you possibly can be.
Dr. Whitrick says if you can't make it to your pediatrician's office in time, you can go to your county's health department where vaccinations are fully covered. In Anderson, Ariana Meadows, 7 News.
And there are other vaccinations available for college students, but Dr. Whitrick says those requirements vary with each school.